Welcome back to the channel, fellow adventurers. And if you're new here, we do EDC gear and knife reviews. If you like that kind of content, please consider subscribing to the channel. All right, folks, today we have something really cool. We have another knife from Wixco. If you remember, I had reviewed the Wixco Pexton, which I really liked. Well, the nice folks at Wixco saw what I did with that review, and they reached out to me and they said, would you want to review some of our other knives? So they sent this one along and another one that you'll see in a future video. But this one is going to be the Wixco Scort. So let's see what we have. Let's unbox this. All right, first thing I see is a pouch. That's nice. Let's get that open. All right. So we've got the really nice Wixco pouch. It's not that standard black pouch that you get all the time. Comes with this nice Wixco morale patch. And let's open this up. So inside, we've got your little card that says, we passionately present high quality knives in a dynamic, youthful style. Join us to explore the alluring beauty of EDC toys. I like that. I really like the Wixco logo, I gotta tell you. I think it's fire. Give you a cleaning cloth. And here we have the knife. Look at that. Look at that gold anodized aluminum. That is beautiful. With that shredded gold carbon insert. Look how beautiful that is. With that Wixco logo on the pivot. That is just beautiful. Holy cow. Deep carry clip, we can see that right away. Nice jimping. Right away, nice jimping on the flipper. And you have thumb studs as well. Ooh, that pops out of there beautifully. Look at that blade. It's almost a harpoon, but a drop point at the same time. Or clip point, actually, I should say. Really nice. Full 4-finger grip. And with that ramping right there, and that jimping, really comfortable to hold. Wow, that's nice. I really like that. I can tell you now, no hot spot at all. The clip is right there, but you barely feel it in your hand, which is really nice. Let's wipe that blade down. A little oil, but that's to be expected. It's a brand new knife. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about the specs. The blade length on this is 3.6 inches. So it's a decent sized blade. Overall, this comes in at 8.19 inches. So it's really nice and long. We'll show you what that looks like against a Kaiser Militar. Pivot to pivot, blade wise, it's about the same length. Because you have a finger choil here, there's not as much cutting surface. But that's actually fine because you don't want the cutting surface back here with that thumb stud because that would actually cause it to get caught up. So that's actually really perfect in the design. Now we'll put it up against a Spyderco Para 3 lightweight, and it's a much bigger blade than that. Handle-wise, very similar in size. I mean, they're all similar in size. Para 3 is a little smaller, but that gives you an idea of how big this knife actually is against two really popular knives that are out there today. So let's take a look further on this. Liner lock. Ooh, easy. Drop shutty. One hand operation. You could do that all day, which makes this, has a little bit of a nice fidgety factor. You can sit on the couch while watching your favorite live streams, flicking that all day. The clip is not reversible. So no lefty love here, but I don't think that would be a big problem for most. That's considered the world is mostly right-handed, but we do love our lefties. So, but man, listen to that action. That just pops right out of there. So when this is closed, it's got a closed length of just over 4.5 inches. And it's really, weight-wise, it's fairly light. It's only 4 ounces. And Feels fantastic. Look at that. You got that nice choke up point right there with that finger choil. That's just really, really fantastic. Wow, I like this. I don't know what the name Scort means. S-C-O-R-T, Scort. Don't know what that means, but I don't care what it means because this is just a beautiful knife. I love that gold aluminum and shredded carbon. That is pretty. It's actually one of my prettier knives that is instantly going into the collection, instantly going into the rotation. Something I may consider doing. I think this would look fantastic with gold anodized studs. I think that would really complete the look, and I happen to have a set of those. So look at the shape of the studs. They're not your regular normal run-of-the-mill studs. These are nicely milled. Everything about this is really high quality. And if you don't know, by the way, Wixco is the sub-brand from Ferromonster. So this is their more budget-oriented line, and everything comes in at less than $100 on their price points, which is fantastic. And I don't know if I mentioned it, the blade is a 14C28N. So it's going to have, you know, some good corrosion resistance, decent blade retention, decent toughness. It's a nice budget steel, and I really like this. I don't think I could say enough about this. Wixco, you're doing a great job. You know, these are your first entries into the market, and, you know, I know Ferromonster has been around for a while, even though they start producing knives under their own name only the last few years. They are an OEM for a lot of other companies. So, but fantastic. Really great job on this. And I know, you know, you're going to say, well, it was sent to you, but this one wasn't. And I actually really like both of them. So what I noticed though, the backspacer shape with the lanyard hole is the same on both, but it's not the same backspacer. So they used a different backspacer there. Sometimes you would think they might cross use it, you know, to save some money, but they don't. But look at these two knives, man. Wixco really doing a great job. And like I said, this is the Pexton. I reviewed this one a week ago or so. Carried it, really love it, and I really like this. My initial impressions are, I'm blown away on this. So, all right, folks. If you like this kind of content, please give it a thumbs up. If you would really help the channel if you subscribed, and you can come and join us on our Sunday night live streams. They're always a lot of fun. So with that being said, as I say in every video, and you're probably tired of hearing it, but I'm going to say it again. Until we meet again, keep your blade sharp.